Good, whatever time of the day it is you happen to be listening. This is the PNA Podcast Express, not to be confused with the PNA Podcast with the Roomba.
My mom vacuums the floor every Tuesday at 9.
That's why we got to release our episodes on Mondays at 7:30. But anyways, I digress.
We digress.
Well,
it's another edition of the PNA Podcast Express. Episode
2695. They went away. 10, 9, 18, 22, 21, 22, 25, 28, 27, 37, 39, 42, 43, 46, 59, 66, 87, 68, 73, 76, and 80.
MCVXII.
Yes, those are also your Keno numbers for this round. If you were playing, you can get your winnings.
I win! He's
Yay.
Adam Filkins. I'm Phil Nickel. As always, you can email us at pineapplenipplearsehole@gmail.com or pnapodcastexpress@gmail.com. I've just had every gear, I think, in my head ground the last 3 days, man.
I can understand. And I sympathize. And,
I've had to hang out with my family, and it's been very taxing. And let me tell you, not a good time to have this all happen when all of these terrible Dominic Toretto memes from Fast and Furious are coming out about, it's all about family.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yuck.
Gross. Happy
So-
birthday to my niece, though. She turned 2 yesterday. We had her birthday party today. Had to pick up the cake, and guess what the cake had on it? What do 2-year-olds love?
Things to chew on. Electrical cords.
It was electrical cords and plastic bags.
Okay.
No, it was Elmo, actually.
Oh. That figures. So you were excited, too, then?
Because it was an Elmo cake. Fuck yeah. I mean, nobody ever got me an Elmo cake for my birthday.
Well, obviously you know where you rank.
Not very high.
So I have a birthday coming up this week.
You do this week? Well, happy birthday.
And an anniversary.
A birthday. Boy, you just like to loop it all together, huh?
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. And then
Lump it all together, sorry.
the wife always forgets, which one is which. So I got that I can hold over her head.
So your birthday and your anniversary are what, just a couple days apart?
A day apart.
So that means you must go, 363 days without sex then? Because those are the two special days for married couples right there.
And then we pack it all
right.
in.
So, so you go hard and you haven't even recovered from your birthday yet.
21 years. We'll see if...
Well, those are usually, I remember, because I served 10 years of marriage. And usually your birthday and your anniversary were the times you had sex. Mine were luckily spread a few months apart, but you're going to have to limber up for that. Stretch out, man.
I've got yoga queued up.
All right, good.
I haven't done any yet, but I intend to.
One of my favorite memes is that when your yoga pants have never done yoga, they've only been to Target and the liquor store. Pretty much.
Well,
man, I've had a trying week. It's been, I've been all over the map as far as my emotions.
Well, that's understandable.
Something really comes to mind for me. I've been feeling pretty down about life in general, but thankfully I was watching just the other night late, some Mitch Hedberg late, and one of his favorites of mine, and this is how I'm going to live my life is right now, is I'm sick of following my dreams. I'm just going to ask them where they're going and hook up with them later.
I've heard him say that one. That is.
That's how I feel. Because,
man,
I've been chasing my dreams for a long, long time, and all it's got me was pain, despair, heartache, and...
What it has not gotten you is a day with Steve Guttenberg.
Oh, God, I know.
Which, come on, people. I mean, I know it's summer. I know you got things to do, but for God's sakes, get Phil a date with Steve Guttenberg.
I'm on the cusp of believing that life truly has no meaning, even though I've thought that before. But I'm in a dark place right now.
And Steve Guttenberg, if you're listening...
Steve Guttenberg, if I could spend a day with Steve Guttenberg, it would buoy my soul. I could probably go on for the next 30 to 50 years of my existence at that point.
Well, I wonder what the discount rate is to get Steve Guttenberg here for a day if we guarantee he won't have to put out.
Yeah,
I bet you it's like $1.25 then.
He's like, I don't have to, give a hand job or anything?
Yeah. I don't have to wear knee pads that day? Okay, I'm in.
I just have to spend a day with this fat jolly dude? Okay.
Yeah.
What is he going to want to do? I don't know. What does Steve Gutenberg like to do?
I bet he'd want to go to Lexington and play putt-putt and then get Bunny's custard.
I think he would. I think
he'd enjoy that.
I think that'd be a great day with Steve Gutenberg. Play
it would be.
Putt-putt, go to Bunny's, get custard. Yes. Nice. Look at Steve in those.
Wow.
Damn.
You could use a wax, though.
Well, that was the style at the time. You have to understand.
True. That is true.
You have to understand.
I bet you they could have paid him to shave the Pepsi logo in the 80s.
Probably. They probably could have.
Yeah.
He would have. I mean, Steve Gutenberg, God bless him, but he knew how to make money in the 80s.
Well, let's face it, he still does. I mean, $5,000 to hang out with the guy for the day.
God damn, I know. If anybody is in contact with the agency or knows Steve, just let him know that I'm in dire need here. Just give me a little break. Just a little discount. Just a little taste.
Yeah.
Even knock $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 off that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, just coming to the Thumb of Michigan should be enough of an
adventure for Steve
an
Gutenberg.
incentive, yes.
Of course it worked.
You can't tell me that Steve Gutenberg doesn't like adventure.
Oh, hell yeah, he does. Hanging out with Michael Winslow all the time.
I know. I mean, you would be down for almost anything, I would think, if you're Steve Gutenberg. I mean, it works.
I think that was Michael Winslow right there.
That was actually Michael Winslow, yes, doing the sound effects there. I'm going to watch the Police Academy movies, I think, again. It's been a long time.
That'd be kind of like spending it. If you watched all 28 of them, it'd be like spending 2 or 3 days with Steve
Gutenberg. It would be. It really would be.
I think he's in all of them.
I think so. He has the EP role, I think, once it's Police Academy 3 and on. I think he's got that executive producer label, too. That's when you make the big dollars, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Those EP credits are what get you the money.
Yeah.
And you know what most executive producers do on projects, shows, and movies? Nothing.
Yeah. The executive producer means you tell a real producer what to do.
That's right.
And then you're just some schlub in there for the credits.
Mm-hmm. You're just essentially getting a paycheck.
That's why I'm the executive producer of the P&A Podcast Express.
By the way, that is true.
I'm also the director, the creative content coordinator.
What's my motivation here?
The key grip.
The key grip.
Phil is just the talent.
This show is fucked if I'm the talent. Holy Christ.
You are, and it is.
I'm in awe of those guys on the P&A podcast.
Yeah, it's a pretty good podcast they put out there.
They know enough to get out of their own way. They don't believe in anything besides themselves. And unlike me, I have all these illusions of grandeur. They have none of that.
Well, it's pretty easy not to talk over each other when you leave like a 30 to 35 second gap of dead air in between speaking.
That's a very, very valid point.
Yeah. And, when you got to talk over the Roomba, I'm getting a phone call.
I know. Listen to that. Yeah, don't tell me it's work.
It's not.
Good. Because that's the last thing we need. That's the last thing we need. Is it somebody who'd want to be on the podcast?
No.
We'll put them on anyway.
No.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about this off air.
Yeah, we'll have to.
I was funnier in our pre-show meeting tonight, I feel like.
You probably were, but I'm. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Is there a voicemail?
No,
Oh.
no voicemail.
Have we?
Yeah.
If you don't remember from our trailer, which you probably didn't listen to,
You got these guys
we're going
calling
to
you
kind
now?
of take this podcast, or this time today, at least in this podcast, to kind of just do a quick rundown of what we're going to be doing with the podcast. And then
A quick rundown.
also,
Just a quick
we
rundown.
will just be introducing ourselves to you guys so you kind of know what to expect from us.
Okay, now
So,
let's keep in
It
mind
should be
here.
kind of fun.
That's beautiful.
That is a minute 3 into their podcast, into the first episode,
I know, isn't that crazy?
and they're still introducing themselves.
It's like,
We get that out of the way in like 14 seconds.
we don't even want to talk about it.
We should stretch that out more.
We should. And thanks for listening to
My name is Adam.
Another
Filkins.
episode. We're recording this on a Monday.
On a 2-track, reel-to-reel.
We're at the old Silver Tavern, the old STD once again. We were going to try to go somewhere else remotely this week, somewhere different. Remotely remote.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of work.
I'm tired, boss. I'm tired.
I know. This was not the week to do it.
My family's insane and schedules things like early in the morning. Like, I'm sleeping in. I don't sleep. My sleeping habits are atrocious, by the way.
Yeah, I did a major system conversion at work, and so my sleeping was not great. Not that I was nervous about it at all, because, no one's going to knock that shit
You're
out.
like, shit, ain't no thing.
Ain't no thing, ain't nothing but J thing. But, I don't know. I was anticipating it. I was excited for it. And it just kind of messed up my sleep big time.
Could be like me and be unemployed.
I could be. If this would all went south, I probably would be.
I almost think I should just stay unemployed the rest of my life.
Well,
bills. I'm going to take the office space theory. Just like bills, I don't know, never liked them. Not going to pay them.
yeah, I'm not going to pay those anymore.
Don't like them. Not going to pay them.
So, you do need to make enough money to cover your half of the expenses for the podcast, though.
Oh shit! Really? Oh shit! Damn it. Well,
Yeah.
we're what? 6 months into, 7 months, 8 months into this thing? 9 months?
No, we started like in November, so we are now 9 months in. Yeah.
So we haven't received any sponsorships, anything. We've been asked to sponsor things, though. I got asked yesterday.
That's how you know you've made it.
I got asked yesterday if I wanted to sponsor and pay some money for the fireworks here locally, and they said, "Oh, we'll put up a sign with your name on it." And I'm like,
Everybody already knows who he is anyway.
"That's right," and they're not impressed.
No.
They're like, "Why are those dipshits even advertising? We know who they are. We don't listen to them. It's a choice. We choose not to listen to them."
Yeah, it's a popular choice.
Yes. I swear there's probably some people around here who dislike us so much they've probably written some sort of algorithm that, like, instead of adding to a number of a download, they figure out a way to subtract one via their phone.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
how to the ultimate unsubscribe.
They count as an upload.
Yes, an upload. They're like, "Dude, we're providing new content."
I downloaded last week's episode, and I'd like to give it back.
That's right. Signed, sealed, delivered. Self-addressed stamped envelope to
Deleting
in
it was
Burbank,
not good
California.
enough. Deleting it was not good enough.
No.
I needed to re-upload it somewhere into someone else's trash bin.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
When somebody moves one of our episodes into the recycle bin,
Yeah.
it's like you shit in that trash can too.
Exactly. They're like, talk about shit in a trash can. Wow.
Yeah. Wow, he unloaded in that one.
They're gonna have to close that executive conference room for a week.
That was over an hour of shitting in a trash can.
A continuous loop of poop.
Yes.
Jesus. We've devolved that much. I don't know anymore. Nothing I do is working. It's frustrating.
Well, or everything you do is not working.
I have to be the least successful person on the face of the earth.
I'm sure you're not even good enough to be that.
You're right. I'll come in second.
When it comes to being an unsuccessful successful person, I'm not even top 10.
Jesus. I've been pretty down. My dreams have been fucked lately, though. There's so much going on in my brain. Yeah, weird dreams. Pretty much every dream I have is about me failing at something. So there's a lot. It's a massive catalog, by the way.
I had a dream I was back in high school last night. This was weird.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't doing anything. I was just watching. I was sitting at a basketball game on like the away team sideline at our school.
Yeah.
And when I was in high school, our team was really tall. We had a 7-footer on the team. We had a 6'6" guy on the team.
Yeah.
We had our whole entire starting 5 was like over 6'2".
And that's good for basketball.
Yes.
Especially locally with small schools.
Yes. And so I'm sitting by this team, and they're just talking about, they're walking and going, how the hell are those guys that tall? How are they so tall? And I'm like, well, because they grew. But that was it. That was like the whole dream. There was never like a minute.
The punchline of the dream is because they grew.
And when I woke up, I thought, wow, proportionately, I think I was pretty accurate in my dream of how tall these guys actually were. Well, that was the only thing I could think of.
You know what they say about dreams? You can never actually dream a face that you've never actually seen with your own eyes in your dreams.
Come to think of it, the opposing team, I couldn't tell you what any of them looked like at all.
They were just generic.
Yeah.
But they were short. They were way shorter than the players in your own school.
Yes.
Yeah, you did know that. So that's what your psyche and that's what your brain knew. So it downloaded that information to your subconscious and it uploaded it to your REM sleep cycle, and there you go.
And now I can move it to the recycle bin with most of our episodes.
With the rest of the turds, yeah. Put that shit in the recycle bin, son.
So what else has been going on? Any gears to grind?
Fuck. Every axe has been ground. Every gear's been ground.
I know you've been with family most of the week, so it's like you can't really totally go off about that.
No, and I can't go off about a certain someone that I used to work for that ultimately made me, leave because contractually I can't. So.
Oh, well.
Let's just say that place is going to have a hard time finding engineers.
I would think so.
Because I'm going to spread the word about that.
I mean, you're fairly easy to get along with.
I think so, and I thought I was doing a very good job. I was working hard.
No.
Honestly, working harder. I was probably putting in more effort at an engineering job than I have at any engineering job I've ever been part of. And I've been an engineer for 20 years.
Having talked to some other people about that location,
yeah.
I don't think it was you.
Okay. Well, I still can't help but take it personally, and it's really been, honestly, I mean, real moment here, it's really bothered the hell out of me for the last week and a half. It really has.
Let it go.
Yeah,
I'm sure it wasn't you, and you're moving on to better things.
I know.
So, it's all good.
It's rejection.
You have another place to go ruin your reputation.
I have another place to be rejected from. That's right.
A better place.
So I had a friend who said when you get dumped by a hot chick, find a hotter chick. So that's essentially what I'm doing. Because
yeah, you did that.
I have no luck with women, so I might as well do it with my professional career. Because you know what? Things like your professional career don't matter. So.
Unless professionally you want to excel.
Think about it. Here's the thing, boys and girls. There is no such thing as loyalty on any level now. Professionally.
No.
In the workplace, anywhere.
No.
No such thing as loyalty any direction. You can look in every direction you want to. There's no such thing as loyalty. So the key takeaway and lesson here is don't be loyal to them either then. Fuck them.
So working with a nonprofit and not having anybody that's sitting there going, this is what we have to do for a bottom line.
Right, only one thing matters. Thank you for bringing that up. The bottom line is all that matters.
Yes. So working for a nonprofit, I find it refreshing because there isn't that person sitting there going, everything is about, like, improving things for the community we serve.
Technically, you work for two nonprofits because this shit isn't making any money.
No, hell no. Yeah. Well, maybe if Cookie keeps going out and selling for us.
I know. Thanks, Cookie. We're gonna reveal Cookie's top 10 later, Dave Letterman style.
Yes.
Top 10 episodes according to Cookie.
Yes, mostly which have been given to us in logo form.
Yes.
Whatever picture we tied to it.
And one of them is just the symbol that Prince used to use.
Yeah. And then another one is just a hot dog jerking off. I don't know what I was thinking of.
I didn't even know where the dingus was on a hot dog, but you showed it to me.
Yeah.
Like, a hot dog jerking off is like, that's not how I expected it.
No,
it's kind of like when you see those memes of like a chicken wearing pants. Like, what do you wear them like this or like this? Like,
yeah.
I expected the hot dog jerking off to be more expansive. I didn't think it was going to be like that.
No, but now you know.
Yeah.
And now that's in your top 10. Did we get a play-by-play over there?
We did. With illustrations.
Yeah.
Well, if you picture a hot dog that has arms jerking off, how would you picture it jerking off?
They do the little dude at the drive-in on the screen that jumps into the car.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Is he rubbing himself? Yeah.
Well, I would think so.
What if you do like this? Yeah, there you go.
Well, most of the nerve endings are in the head, so there you go.
Mike looks way too good at that.
You both are way too good at that. We appreciate it.
Looks like a lot of practice.
So Cousin Mike, who's been on the show, also took his stab on it. And Lyndon, the bartender, also took his stab at it, and we appreciate that. For those, this is good radio because they couldn't see what you guys were doing, but trust me, you would have wanted to witness it.
Phil and I can paint a picture
With our words. No, we can't.
Talk on the radio.
Happy accidents. It's happy. You can come over and talk then.
Yeah, Phil. My dad always said, masturbate too much, you're going to need glasses, so...
Look at you, and those are Coke bottle glasses, too.
Those are like freaking goggles.
If I put those on, I could probably... I'm like the Hubble Space Telescope. I can see all the rings of Saturn and Uranus.
Space telescope when you got these bad boys.
That's right. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Do you want to talk on this? We'll hook you up.
I just want to say hi.
Well, hi. How are you?
Good. Hi.
That was
Mission
hi from Bobby.
accomplished. Mission accomplished.
She... That... So the podcast is devolving into this, I guess. Well, I don't have anything brilliant to say, Adam. This is all on you today, buddy. We talked about hot dogs jerking off. That's all I have.
Well, now there's a guy walking out on the street with a gigantic blonde afro.
That's nice.
Well, watch Sausage Party, because that shit
Yeah.
be all over the place.
Watch Sausage Party.
It was just on TV. Was it?
How can that be on TV?
I don't.
Have you ever seen it?
They'd have to edit quite a bit of it out.
Oh my God, it'd be like 14 minutes long.
It's like Big Lebowski. Here we present to you tonight, Big Lebowski edited version.
Yeah.
It's 33 seconds long.
All I wanted to see were the wieners and the burgers fucking, and that's it. Skip straight to the end.
Put it right between the buns.
Yeah, see?
Ah, you see?
You see, that's how it goes.
Well, we really gave up on J.R. Jupiter. I kind
Well,
of did.
he's
My
been-
life has shifted gears a little bit.
He's been,
He's been busy. He's been
yeah.
vacationing.
Well, there a lot of research has to go into his brand of
True.
reporting.
You know, and we kind of shifted. J.R. Jupiter will be back in the fall for everybody.
Yes.
To let you know, J.R. Jupiter will be back in the fall. I talked to him and he said, and I quote, "Summertime's a little tough for me." And I'm like,
Well-
well okay, all right. I tried.
Have you seen his
You
Instagram?
do a better impression than I do.
Have you seen his Instagram?
Yeah,
I mean, he's got a hell of a tan.
a hell of a tan.
And he's been working out.
And how does he pick up all the ladies that he picks up?
I don't know. From all eras.
Yes, I mean he's with like a 20s flapper in one vision, and then like an early 2000s goth chick in another, and they're all smoking hot.
Scared me a little, though. He was with Cary Grant
Yeah,
in a picture, and, well, we all know what that means.
it's true.
That means J.R. Jupiter was planet hopping.
Yep, he was. He can do that. That's not out of his realm.
No, that's right in his wheelhouse. Right in his wheelhouse.
Wait till J.R. Jupiter starts giving us filing reports from history of other planets.
So, kind of hot today.
God damn, I know.
Like, I mean, we're in an air-conditioned building, and it's still kind
It's
of
still
thick in
muggy
here.
and sticky, and I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm fat. I'm
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
and we're both wearing earmuffs.
I know. Oh. You lose a lot of heat through the years.
Yeah. I would be very, very happy to have just a pair of earbuds right now.
Oh. We planned poorly.
Yes. We should have brought a fan.
Yeah, we don't have any fans, do we?
No. We could have had one if we'd have brought it. Oh, well.
I'm going to power through this. Like, I always say, so I had a joke for my Type 5 at once. I don't remember the joke. I've probably got it in my notes, but it talked about how oscillating fans were just another form of socialism. It was a tight joke. It was pretty good.
So I don't know if I brought it up on the podcast, but
Go on. Tell me more.
cereal is just soup, cold soup.
What is?
Cereal.
Cereal is just cold soup.
And
I
you should,
concur.
and you should be able to go to a restaurant and be like, I would like the ribeye with mashed potatoes and gravy, and my other side I would like to be Fruity Pebbles.
Right.
I think that should be
So
legal.
now, do you classify a hot dog as a sandwich?
Technically, it would be.
What about tacos? Are tacos a sandwich?
You know, you're talking about hot dogs.
Yes.
You're talking about Joey Chestnut beating his own record.
Joey
76.
Chestnut. Let's give it up.
What
Joey
an-
Chestnut, 75 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
What an
76.
athlete.
He beat his own.
What an athlete.
That's a.
14-time champ.
That's a world-class athlete right there.
Yeah.
14-time champ, Joey Chestnut, 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Amazingly, he only eats once a year.
Once a year.
Once a year.
He has all the nitrates he needs for the entire year.
But he will shit 100 times this
Just
year.
imagine him punishing that trash can after that.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Well, Nathan sponsors him, but then I think the Unshittable Trash Can also sponsors him.
We should reach out to Joey Chestnut and see if he'd want to sign on with the Unshittable Trash Can.
The Unshittable Trash Can, don't shit in any other trash can.
I mean, imagine 76 hot dogs powering their way through that digestive tract. In 10 minutes, I know, in 10 minutes. Ooh, gross.
Yeah, there's him and then
Kobayashi. Remember him?
Kobayashi was
He
solid.
retired, didn't he? Yeah. Yep.
So Joey Chestnut and insert random porn star.
Joey Chestnut and insert random porn star.
Choking them down for the good of humanity.
Joey Chestnut, fighting crimes via time travel and winning hot dog eating contest. So you could do the whole series where Joey Chestnut is just solving all the unsolved mysteries from back in the day with Robert Stack. And every time he solves a mystery, he also has to win a hot dog eating contest at that era when the mystery was.
Yes.
So,
To save the day.
yes.
To win the money and give it to orphan children.
He's not the hero we wanted, but he's the hero we got.
Yes. That's why we love him.
So Joey Chestnut, Unsolved Mysteries, make this happen, Hollywood. What could possibly go wrong with that idea?
Steve Moon, if you're listening.
Steve Moon, if you're listening, Joey Chestnut solving the classic Unsolved Mysteries with Robert Stack, the ones that haven't been resolved.
Who would play Joey Chestnut?
Joey Chestnut. Who else could
No,
play Joey?
no.
That's like asking who would play... Never mind.
Can't be Joey Chestnut. I'm thinking more like a Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I would say John Ritter, but he's no longer with us.
Well, he could probably do it too.
Oh,
With CGI, they can do anything.
right. Who could play... All right, let's think about this.
Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door.
Hot dogs waiting for you.
Where the unsolved mysteries are his and hers, Three's Company too.
Oh, you're welcome for that, people.
We're terrible. Why are we so terrible?
I'm not
You know,
sure.
I understand now why nobody listens to this shit. Like, sometimes the answer's in the question.
Do you think Joey Chestnut's his real name?
Do you think it's a stage name?
I think it's a porn name. I think if he thought, hey, if I don't make
If I
it,
don't put the word nut in my last name, nobody's going to take me seriously.
if I don't make it eating these hot dogs, I'm just going to take a bunch of loads to the chest.
Well, I guess Chestnut is the name I'm going to go with.
He also, geez, oh Pete, he also owns the record for the most Big Macs eaten by one person in a sitting, 32.
Oh, God. If Nathan's hot dogs, which, by the way, are mediocre hot dogs at best.
Oh yeah, they're just
Don't destroy
salt-filled
his-
sacks.
Don't destroy his colon, then those Big Macs had to have. Because, I mean, so I've lost the enzyme that can digest McDonald's food anymore. I can eat their fries and their chicken nuggets. That's about it.
Oh, there is a ESPN special, The Science Behind Competitive Eating.
Oh, you haven't watched that yet? I watched it. It's magnificent.
No thanks.
You would enjoy it.
I,
It's better than any Nicolas Cage movie I've ever seen.
well, then you've never seen Mom, Dad.
True.
You need
Don't,
to see that.
Don't forget, John Hancock was the first signer of the Declaration of Independence.
Herbie Hancock?
Yes. +1 for a Tommy Boy reference.
Yes.
To see what a T-bone steak really looked like, I'd have to stick my head up a butcher's ass. I'd rather take the bull's word for it.
That is a good one.
Earned confidence, as we talked about. Look at the pace, the hot dogs and buns per minute.
Are you leaving?
Through his championship record-setting round
Okay.
of last year. Notice that uptick at the end. That's what you call it. You think of the DPM, and the fact that he's increasing at the end is a really sign of a champion and a guy.
The fact that he's increasing at the end is really a sign of a champion.
That's the sign of a champion, when he's double donging the hot dogs together and increases
Yeah.
the rate near the end.
When he's two-fisting it.
When you're two-fisting hot dogs on a stage in front of everybody, you've arrived in life, my friend.
There's Joey Chestnut. He's taking that double penetration like you wouldn't believe.
My goodness, we hope they don't shoot out the other end in the same manner.
I don't even think he's chewing those. Joey Chestnut, no gag reflex.
Joey Chestnut recycled the hot dogs from last year's competition, eating them today.
And you know what? They're still good.
There's so much salt in those things that...
Completely undigested.
So when the nuclear fallout happens, it'll be cockroaches and Nathan's hot dogs left.
Yeah. They are just salty sacks of salt in an intestinal sheath.
And I don't mind hot dogs.
No, I don't either.
But I'm also a Brandis when it comes to hot dogs. Like
Hoagles?
Yeah, obviously.
Yes, yeah. Anybody in
We're
Michigan.
Spoiled in Michigan. We're so
we are.
spoiled in Michigan.
There are parts of the country that are like, oh, ballpark franks, those are really great.
Rubbish.
And it's like they plump when you cook them because they're nothing but shit. Nothing but shit. Wow, man, he was at 15 hot dogs when other people in the same, after less than a minute 30, he had 15 hot dogs down.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
For our event that breaking news. We have an event coming up.
We do.
A milestone for the show.
Yes.
And we should have a hot dog eating contest for it.
Some sort of eating contest.
Yeah. How about wings?
Wings would be solid. I'd win that shit.
Like, do we want to make them spicy or just quantity? Because see,
we should have two heats.
Eating competitions come in two forms, either via quantity and a time limit, or via the spiciness, also within a time limit. But the spiciness is what gets in your way of being able to complete the task.
Should I be disqualified because at work, my boss and I have gotten into eating like the really hot tequis, and I might be hollow now.
Yeah. Oh, I certainly am. Do you know how much hot sauce I consume in a year? I would say anywhere between 64 to 80 ounces of hot sauce. And I'm not talking about Frank's or anything. I'm talking about habanero or hotter.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of days, my insides feel like lava.
Yeah. Those tequis are pretty...
And I wonder why I have low self-esteem.
So he went to, like, some weird place, like a Dollar Tree or something, and bought an odd brand
That's where you have
of
to get them.
tequis.
Yeah.
And I think that they were just coated in, like, something from Chernobyl.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they were... Oh, my God, they were hot.
My kids love the Flaming Hot brand of whatever Fritos makes. They especially love the Andy Cap's Flaming Hot French fries, those fries. I don't know why they love them so much. I don't mind them. I'll eat them. Like, to me, they're not spicy. But they just eat the shit out of that stuff. My daughter will eat that shit for breakfast. I'm like, yep, you inherited that from me.
Yeah.
Although as I get older, it becomes more and more difficult. You know, here's what's grinding my gears. I saw a lot of snaps and a lot of things of posts of people partying hard all weekend, like going hard, like drinking and everything. And I decided I don't know if I could do that. I'm tired as shit today, and I haven't. I haven't been going hard. I mean, that one Saturday night I did. But other than that, I haven't. Like, I think last night I got home, the kids went to bed, I had 3 or 4 beers, and then I went to bed.
Oh, fuck. This is no joke. Oh. You went jumping into the deep end. Cannonball style. I was worried about pooping. Fuck, I'm worried about my life.
Am I too old, though, I guess is the key? What was that from? That's beautiful.
This was from Hot Ones. It's a show.
Hot Ones, I love Hot Ones. Yeah, that's what inspired everything. You know what pisses me off? You know what grinds my gears about Hot Ones? I thought of something very similar years and years ago. I just never followed through. It's all about execution, folks.
I was just handed a note here. It has us doing the 100th episode with the Gorton Fisherman.
Oh.
Is that a correct interpretation?
That's very correct.
So, Gorton Fisherman, if you are working, or if you are listening while you're working on the boat, fishing for sticks.
Yeah, because we don't know what part of the fish sticks come from, but...
No, sticks.
Sticks.
Fish.
Not dicks.
Well, we don't know. We don't know.
They could be part of a fish's dick.
It's my guess.
That's why I have not eaten fish sticks in a long time.
Yeah, me either. It's been a
Be
few
careful
years.
when you say that one.
Yeah.
Sticks.
Like Kanye West.
Because
He's a gay fish.
one little slip up in fish sticks is the difference between listening to the P&A Podcast Express and listening to the P&A Podcast. You got it.
So, yeah, you know.
So I guess the cat's out of the bag there. We're going to do another live one for our 100th episode.
Yeah, we did one for 50. Why not do one for 100?
Yeah,
That's like 50 more.
we're into 7. Yeah. You know, the thing about 100 is it's like 50 more than 50.
Yeah. It's almost like you doubled it.
How the fuck? I know we're in the 70s right now, but how have we lasted this long?
Who the hell knows?
Nobody listens. That's the key.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure
Low expectations.
lead to more easily obtainable goals.
Yes, which is exactly where I strive to be.
You don't want to be... So that's what I've always said at work. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the one that's the high performer, the go-to guy. Like, he's the man. He gets everything. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be that nice sweet spot where I'm not the slacker, but I'm not the Clydesdale of the whole operation, you know?
I want to be the Spice Girls.
The Spice Girls are
I want to
a great
have
way
one
to put
hit
it.
that makes me a ton of money.
They have universal
and then
appeal.
It has universal appeal, and like 30 years later, I want people to still be like, "Oh yeah, they were really good."
And the thing about all the Spice Girls is they're all just basic bitches. There was nothing special about any of them. That's someplace where the sum of the whole was much greater than the sum of the parts.
You said some of the whole.
Some of the whole. You got to use some of the holes. Well, and that's how she tied down Beckham, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Using some of her holes.
Yes, probably way over her pay grade. How does a soccer player make that much money, anyways?
Dude, in Europe, man, soccer is everything.
David Beckham with the record-setting pace of 3 goals this year in 179 games.
In 64 matches this year, David Beckham has 3 goals and 1 assist. He's the leading scorer on his team.
He's handled the ball for 67.32 hours.
That's a lot of ball play for you out there keeping track.
And we don't necessarily know exactly the amount of time that the soccer matches will be. We make it up as we go along.
Isn't that the brilliance of soccer? I was watching the other day, and it hit the 90-minute mark, and then all of a sudden they're like, +7. And I'm like, who the fuck determines this?
Yeah.
+7.
There's a guy up
And
there
then they
with...
actually played for 8.5 more minutes.
There's a guy up in the booth with like money on the other team going, God damn it, guys. 7 minutes.
Push hard for 7 minutes.
My money ball statistics here tell me the 7 more minutes I'll get that goal I need.
The odds are...
And then, you got all those fans who are like, I hope we get a tie today.
Woo! We tied 0-0.
Woo! A 0-0 tie. I love a defensive game.
So that's why one of my favorite bands, an outfit from Canada, which we've addressed this before, which it's a lot easier for Canadian bands to make it due to their structure of their what essentially is like our FCC.
Yes.
They have to play Canadian content. There's a band called the Dirty Nil, and that's how they got their name because they were watching a soccer game that ended up 0-0. That's what they call it, 0-0, 0-0. And he said that's the Dirty Nil.
That is.
Yeah.
That's like kissing your sister, but she won't kiss you.
Zombie Eyes. If you have time, check out their song Zombie Eyes. You won't regret it. The Dirty Nil, Zombie Eyes. I don't make many musical recommendations on the show, just like one every other episode, but check it out. You might like it, perchance.
Yes. We're in the 70s, mid-70s for episodes-wise. We're bound to have something that people will like.
Yeah, we cast a pretty broad net, I feel like.
Yeah. So listen to episode 2 first,
Yeah,
and then everything's
drink.
up from there. Drink.
Cheers. That's good. My God, that's good.
Yeah. It's, even though we're at the bottom of our pitcher, it's still cold.
I did full disclosure, I chucked a couple ice cubes in there when
Not a bad move. Not a bad move.
It's a savvy veteran move, isn't it?
It's hydration.
Yeah.
That'll help.
That's Ron Swanson on Community, or not Community, on Parks and Rec. They're like, Ron, you need to hydrate. So he takes a big old ice cube and puts it in his scotch.
There you go. You know, your cousin Mike just came around the corner from the restroom area, just walking like he owns the place. Just the cock of the walk.
He could. He probably should. Yeah, you're right. Well, his ladies with him here. They've been so here's part of my frustration for today. I get a text from my cousin Mike this morning about 10:30. He's like, "What are you doing today?" I'm like, "Fucking birthday party." Well, sorry, birthday party. It's a happy event, but family stuff. Birthday party. He's like, "Oh, we were going to day drink all day," and I'm like, "That's my favorite thing to do."
Well, I mean, let's face it. You can care about your nieces and nephews as much as you want, but when day drinking's brought up and you have a morning birthday party that you have to go to...
I probably should have just dumped the birthday party.
Yep.
She'll turn 2 again someday.
Yeah, and if not, she'll turn 3.
Yeah. That's how that works. That's the thing about birthdays, you know? Like, so that did happen to me years ago, and I know that it's been widely a joke that's been out there, but somebody's like, well, you know... My birthday's December 27th. They're like, what year? I'm like, every year.
Yeah. Well, think about this for a minute. Next year, at her birthday party, she'd be like, you know, oh, hey, what'd you get me type of thing. And you'd be like, hey, remember what I got you last year? And she'd be like, yeah. Because she doesn't know any better.
They don't. So I asked my son something very distinct today that he did and would do when he was about 4, 5, and 6 years old, and he doesn't remember it.
Yeah.
I'm like, so do you remember anything? No, just this and that. I'm like, man, I could have fucked up a whole lot more than I actually did. I was trying to walk the straight and narrow when my kids were younger.
Yeah. And you can lead 2 different ways. You can lead by example of what to be.
Right.
And what not to be.
My son is always talking about being an engineer, and I say, God, no. God, no, do something else. Do anything else. Do not become an engineer. I firmly believe with everything I've gone through that being an engineer is probably the least respected professional career you can choose.
Well, my youngest that just graduated was like, do whatever make you happy.
Right.
So he's doing nothing.
Fucking nothing makes me happy. That's my favorite thing to do.
It's like, and he is way more successful than I will ever be at 18.
Just think about it. If you do nothing, you're guaranteed success. That's 100% success rate.
Yes. So, I mean, I'm proud of him.
No one could ever call you a failure. I bet you he's near the top of his class for nothing.
He could be. Although, you know, after COVID, this was a funny observation that I had because...
Life is terrible.
All the kids not going to college, they would say entering the workforce. That was like 80% of his class.
There's no reason to go to college anymore. I'm honest. Like, unless you want to do something big like become a doctor or pretty much a doctor, a medical doctor. There's no need to go to college anymore. This is a great myth. There's no need to go to college anymore.
What did you learn in college that you couldn't look up?
Via the internet? Nothing now. Then we didn't. Then the internet was in its infancy.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I learned in college? You pay a lot of money for a piece of paper.
Yeah, I learned that in not only in like going to college, but then teaching at college. I learned that enough money will get you that piece of paper, regardless of your performance.
Right.
And you know, so am I bitter about it? Yeah, pretty bitter.
But here's what I have to say too. There is one thing I do believe in, and I push this all the time in the radio everywhere: skilled trades. If you can learn a valuable trade that makes you have value, like welding, being an electrician. Plumbing, things like that. Those are tangible skills
I could probably
you can use.
I could probably double my income if I knew how to put plumbing parts together.
Right.
And you know, I spent a good deal of time in school, racked up a lot of, you know, student loan debt stuff and all that. And yep, somebody who went to school for possibly no time. I mean,
right.
You can go become a
you work for somebody else. You're an apprentice. You work under someone. Which isn't that the best way to learn, though?
Well, hell yeah.
I mean, you're hands-on, you're learning. You're putting shit together. It's in your hands. Here's what I propose. the skilled trades in college are the difference between us losing our manufacturing base that we need to produce something tangible to have an economy versus becoming a service industry where you don't produce anything, you're the middleman, essentially.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it is. You don't need engineers to design shit. Let me tell you this. Here is a truth, and I'm going to say it. I'm an engineer. I've been an engineer for 20 years. Most engineers are full of shit. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I would say the same is true about IT guys.
Yeah. It's a dirty little secret, but I'll let it out there. I got nothing to lose anymore.
No, hell no.
Most engineers are full of shit.
Yep.
Fuck them.
Hell, anybody can design something to be strong. Just put more shit in there that makes it strong.
Add more material.
Yeah. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. So, we do need to discuss August 7th, Tuscola-palooza.
Ooh, I like where you went there. Because I was going down a dark and dirty path right there.
I had to lighten it up a little bit. So we'll be doing something there. August 7th, Tuscola-palooza. Come on out. Lots of local bands. It's cheap. TuscolaPalooza.com. Get your damn tickets now.
Please.
Don't be a last-minute loser.
Last-minute loser, because it's only a month. It's a month away, folks. It is 1 month away.
Phil and I have our tickets.
Yeah. We punched our tickets. We just have to figure out what we're going to... We did figure out one thing we are going to do, and it's going to be epic.
Yeah.
Has to do with our facial hair.
Yes. We will be... let's just say we'll be sporting... some powerful things.
And Manchu, don't want to miss it.
No, you not. So, come on out, support some local bands. They're also bringing in a Kiss tribute band, so see the Kiss you want Kiss to be.
The Kiss that we all love and remember, just like in Talladega Nights, which, by the way, was trending yesterday on Netflix because that's all I had to do. You want to be I want to remember my 8-pound, 9-ounce baby Jesus. He grew up, We want to remember Kiss in the form that you're going to see them as a tribute to at Tuscola-palooza.
I heard, and I have nothing that is factual about this, but I heard that the guy in the tribute band that plays bass would be playing the part of Gene Simmons was also in a Marilyn Manson tribute band. So he had ribs removed, and then he had tongue modification done. He can now lick his own ass.
Damn!
Yeah, I heard that. I don't know that it's true, but come on out and see.
Well, folks, we can only paint so much of a picture with our words. You're going to have to see it with your own eyes.
Yeah. We're not posting any pictures of this. You just got to come out and see what he's all about.
Let's do it. And we'll be there in some capacity doing something. I would think that when they signed us on, they probably assumed our podcast would have continued to increase in popularity, but it hasn't.
That was our diabolical plan all along.
We're less than we were when you signed us on to do it.
Yes. I can't wait to get up there and someone would be like, and from the P&A Podcast Express, and everybody in the crowd would go, what is that?
Those guys that alienated everyone who's ever visited the Anne Frank Museum.
I would say we're Holocaust deniers, but...
No, that shit happened.
That would take...
And you shouldn't make jokes about it, but we do.
Yes. Well, we make jokes about Anne Frank. It's not the same. It's not the same. Everybody wanted a part 2.
I mean, what? Everyone would have benefited from a second diary, right?
Yeah.
The Diary of Anne Frank Part 2, The Basement Years.
It probably would have been something like, and World War II is over, we were rescued by the Americans, and everything's great. And it'd be a horrible diary.
I got a job as an engineer, and life sucks.
It'd be like watching The Notebook.
Yeah, like watching The Notebook. So for those of you who don't know, we do not recommend any Nicholas Sparks stories or the movie The Notebook.
Yeah. And we're really kind of on the fence about Anne Frank's diary.
It has its moments. It's semi-well written.
I don't like how they romanticize it. It was cold in the attic in the winter.
Unbelievable. What the fuck did you expect?
Yeah, it's like you're in an attic in the winter.
cold is the reason why we're not all speaking German right now, because it's what stopped Hitler from invading Russia.
Yes. And, it's like, if you don't like the cold, you don't like being in the attic, get out a little bit. I would have loved to see in a different setting for that show.
Because the flip side's pretty hot if you would have went to a concentration camp.
Yeah, I wanted to see the part where Anne Frank went clubbing.
Raven with Anne Frank. I took something called Molly. Oh, fuck.
I was drugged by some rapey guy, and it still wasn't the worst thing that happened to me today. Oh.
Then they put me on a train car and took me to an awful place.
There was no party in that train car.
Just a man with a harmonica playing the blues.
Although, as we did go by street lights, the lights coming through the train car did remind me of a disco light. So I did get my groove on a little bit.
Great name for a band, though. Anne Frank's Train Ride.
Yes. Yes. Anne Frank's one-way ticket.
Oh! Shit, I don't want that drop. I wanted to, oh, shit! Oh, shit! That's the drop I wanted. Anne Frank's one-way ticket. Oh.
Look at him up there at the bar.
I like it.
Smiling
He's
like he knows
peacocking.
something
I
is
like
going
it.
on. Yeah. I'm waiting for a leg to go up and for him to be all like the captain.
Always a good time for the captain. Oh, shit. We've rambled on this podcast. I've provided no content. Thank you for carrying the show tonight.
Oh, I'm totally used
I came
to
in
it.
a terrible state of mind. Yeah, I know you're totally used to it. So, to be fair, this is what, episode 73? You've only had to carry like 65 of them.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I took a passenger seat at episode 2 drink. Total passenger seat.
Gladly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
There was also some episodes where I couldn't get words in.
Edgewise. Oh, yeah. And it wasn't me doing all the talking.
No, it was not. But
We love our guests, too. That's not a knock on
no.
anything.
It's just they carried it.
If you have words that you want to say, come on the show.
Say them in any order you want.
Isn't it great that that's the only prerequisite? If you can form words and say them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you form words? I can.
Somewhat. I know that you should
sometimes.
always enunciate fish sticks.
I heard somewhere. That you should never end a sentence with a preposition.
Yeah, that's true. That's one of the rules of the English language.
And I just did right there.
You did. Boom! Nailed it!
English burn.
Like me, like that one episode where we were talking about haikus and I spouted off like 5 in a row. Yeah, it just happened organically, folks.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that goes on.
Sometimes haikus are the best. Sometimes they're the worst. Sometimes you just need them to get through. What's happening, buddy? How you guys doing? Dirty fucking Dylan. My Eskimo brother. 2 poles fishing from the same hole.
Oh, boy.
Answer your phone, would you?
I was on the air. Here, call me now and we'll put you on.
Is this considered on the air?
No.
Because we're recording. But we're going to go over the intrawebs.
Thanks.
So this is on the intra.
Thanks for the semantics lesson.
You're welcome.
Oh, shit. I don't know. What else? So, how much? Where are we at? We're at like 15 minutes or so. No topic today, just how much I suck.
54.
That's actually it. It's been a fucking terrible last couple days.
I saw you a couple days ago. I wasn't terrible.
That's the best part.
We're in hour 3 of how much Phil sucks.
We talked about Joey Chestnut. We talked about how a hot dog, if it had arms, would jerk itself off.
You broke the record.
I know. We respect that here on the PNA Podcast Express.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
think about a giant hot dog with arms, how it would jerk itself off, Junior. That's what we talked about.
Hey, Mike, can you show us that again?
Just show us how would a hot dog jerk itself off like this if it had arms?
Or it's like Jesus. You know, when women love Jesus so much,
Go on.
he was hung like this.
That's a great joke, by the way. For those of you listening at home, I'm sure you love that one.
I think we may have seen what Mike illustrated. We may have seen an actual hot dog jerking itself off.
I think so too. Was it good for you? Finish him. That old joke guy. It's a little person walks into a whorehouse and requests the most expensive and best whore they have, and he takes off his pants and she points at his wiener and laughs and says, "Ha! Who do you plan on pleasing with that?" And he just looks at her and says, "Me."
That is a very astute observation there, Mr. Small Person.
Yes. No, I didn't say midget. Although they are advertising, what is it, midget wrestling at the Croswell Fair coming up here?
Well, yeah.
That's on Thursday night next week. We have to go.
Ooh. You in?
Who's in to go to midget wrestling at the Croswell Fair next week?
Midget wrestling?
Yeah, they're having midget wrestling on Thursday at the Croswell Fair. No, look it up.
We could take this and we could do some play-by-play.
We should.
You know what would be better though? A midget toss.
You know, if we walk in there with enough money and enough people, we could probably make that happen.
Yeah. Well, enough people let's face it. Leave it to your cousin to want to toss off midgets. And Mike. He's all into this. Hey, Mike. What? Why is it that you're the only one in here who suggested tossing off midgets?
Because it makes it fun. Just a toss of midget.
That's the closest thing we have to a hot dog jerking off.
Yeah.
Because he likes cornhole, that's not challenging enough anymore, so he said toss something else.
Toss a human being that's small enough.
We could put a barrel out there we got to try and throw them into.
Yeah, of course. No, here's what I propose. We get a local appliance dealer, like one in Cass City, to donate like refrigerators or washing machines. And if you could toss the midget into the appliance with the doors open, you win that appliance.
Hey,
Yeah.
that'd be great for steamers.
Yeah, you got it.
He's back on the floor selling.
I'm sure if you talk to the old man, he'd probably be all game for it. He's probably taking a nap in the back right now, but I mean...
Russ would love it.
We have all this community interaction.
This is the most interactive show we've had since our live episode.
This is what brings communities together. Tossing midgets and making fun of local businesses.
And hot dogs jerking themselves off.
Yes. And Joey Chestnut getting double penetrated during a
And nutting on
contest.
chest.
Yes. Yep.
We've covered it all this episode.
That was his backup
folks.
gig.
Joey Chestnut's got to be the co-contributor to this one.
Yes.
As well as Russ from Schneeberger's in Cass City. And Aunt Frank.
Yeah.
Can't forget Aunt Frank's part. Aunt Frank's last ride.
I'm going to have a lot of graphics
Or
work
Aunt
to
Frank's
do.
one-way ticket.
Aunt Frank's one-way ticket.
Aunt Frank's one-way ticket. That's a great band name.
Aunt Frank gets one-wayed.
Oh! Wait, she wasn't very old when she died.
No, that's true.
Disregard that. I apologize for that there.
If anybody is listening, they could cancel us.
Number 99 up there? All right.
Whoa, what happened?
You're speaking in my currency, buying us beer.
Oh, nice.
Nothing else matters. We love you too.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful, man. So let's talk about Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
And you said we don't profit from this shit. What the hell is wrong with you?
You're right.
God, negative Nancy over here.
I'm in a fucking funk right now, dude. I am. I really am.
God, bitch.
Doing this
It's all you
podcast
ever are.
Doing this podcast really pulls me out of it, though.
Well, it does, doesn't it?
This is my...
That's why people need to pay us so that we don't have to do anything but this.
If I could do this for my employment to pay my bills as a necessity, a means to an end...
Yes.
I would love that. Like, there's two things that make me want to live. Three, sorry. Because I forgot about fishing. But doing the podcast, my kids, and fishing. Yes, the kids were in there. Well, 2 kids, but collectively I lump them into one. Yeah, my children.
Yeah, and
Because without any of those 3 things, I would be... I know I'm already insane, but I would be totally insane.
Oh, that's an expert pour.
Holy ball sack, buddy. Good job.
Thanks for being better than Phil.
Hey, Lyndon, eat a dick.
It's a low bar.
Have Mikey show you how to jerk yourself off.
Oh, he had it down too, though.
He did.
I don't know what those guys do.
He was working the head.
I don't know what the hobbies that those guys have is, but definitely one is hot dog jerking off. Hot dog masturbation is definitely on their top list.
I bet
if they fill out an application, what skills do you have? Hot dog masturbations.
You know how my name's Phil and I like to make drawings?
Yes.
I might start to make drawings of hot dogs jerking themselves off.
Nice. Hey,
you've seen some of my artwork.
I have. Drunken artwork is pretty good.
Yeah, it's
solid.
not bad. It's not bad.
So we should try this biltong that you have before we close this thing up.
You wanna do that
and
now?
then we'll do the other one during the quick trip. Because the biltong is high quality stuff.
So I found this other site. Actually, it was suggested to me by myself. It's called Biltong Baron. They have their own website. It says refrigerate after opening. Nothing artificial whatsoever. It's keto friendly. It's paleo friendly. Here's the ingredients: beef, salt, natural spices, vinegars. That's it.
Nice.
This is Biltong. Tonight we're sampling from Biltong Baron, and you can just look them up online. They have their own website. Although their website isn't on their packaging, there it is. It's Biltong Rocks.
Wait, there's one more thing in that bag.
BiltongRocks.com.
There's one more thing in that bag.
What's that?
Love.
So tonight's flavor, they say pride and flavor, protein rich. Tonight is Cowboys and Campfires. Cowboys and Smoky Chili. I have not pre-sampled this. I bought this week and it arrived. I've kept my kids out of it.
Is that a good face or a?
And that's my vinegar strokes right there. That's my orgasmic face. How's that spice hits just right?
Man, that hits good.
Wow. Texture's slightly chewier than I'd like, but we're not going to dog them for that. Do you feel that middle of that? Yeah, I'm the ketchup and mustard. That's how I would do it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nailed it. Now don't eat that.
That'd be bad.
For how long?
All right.
Eh.
Actually, those are safe for you to eat. They only say don't ingest because of choking hazard. So, it's just silica, which is sand.
Yeah.
So, this is the Cowboys and Campfires Smoky Chili.
Wow.
Premium cut air-dried beef. It's air-dried. Biltong Baron is the name of the place that sells it, and it's BiltongRocks.com.
You know where you could not make that? Here, because it's humid as shit out.
That is amazing. So the spice,
I want another piece of that.
So it hits you in the middle just right, but it kind of like twerks your taste buds. Did you notice that? Where it like made your it got your taste buds with the tang, and really the middle of it hits spicy. The chili comes through in the middle. Texture is great. I'd give it a good texture, but a little chewy. But it's dried. But it doesn't have that same. The beauty of it is the nose feel afterwards, and the mouth feel afterwards. Like the spice sticks with you. But remember the last biltong we had in bags like this, not the slab, but it kind of had that like, for lack of a better phrase, like that almost like dead animal nose feel afterwards.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like that blue cheese of meat.
You get the grease.
Kind of thing,
you kind of get the grease come
This
through.
does not have that.
This is beautiful. Biltong Baron, you've done a nice job. That's a solid 8.7. That's an 8.9. That's an 8.9.
I might give it a full 9.
Yeah.
I mean,
Give
just
that one a
because
full 9.
Just because of the spice.
Cowboys and Campfires, Smoky Chili. I got 2 ounces of this, so fetch this. I got 2 ounces of this. I got 4 flavors, 2 ounces each. They paid for the shipping. It cost me $24.99.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have 3 more flavors of their shit to try.
So that's like a half pound of dried meat, which would be normally, I mean...
Well, the last biltong I got, in bags, they were 3.5 ounce bags, but they were $12 a bag.
Yeah.
So essentially, this is $6 a bag for 2 ounces. So
but that's a quality 2
better
ounces.
economy of scale, but it's better. It's
honestly,
good.
there's a lot in that bag.
Aside from the slab of biltong, this is the best biltong we've had.
Yes, the slab was really good.
Oh, that was legit.
Yeah.
But that slab was also $30 too, so for an 8 ounce slab.
Yeah, but I mean that's.
Yeah.
I mean you're only talking $6 more than what this was, and it's a slab.
So Cowboys and Campfires, the smoky chili flavor, they have what they say is an extreme garlic flavor too. It's like Vampire Repellent is the name of it or some shit.
Nice.
Can't wait for that one.
I bet you that'd be good.
They also have one that's supposed to be really hot and burn you down. But it's not, the hottest pepper in it isn't anything even above a habanero.
Oh, so it's not like jalapeño pepper or anything?
No. Oh, that's so good. It's almost, do you get like in the middle, like almost a barbecue flavor?
Yeah. I get that kind of, like a Cajun flavor.
There's some molasses in there.
Yeah. This is really good.
Would recommend. Easily one of the top 3 to 5 products we've tasted here. This Biltong Baron.
But before you go out and buy that, please start the GoFundMe for Steve Gutenberg.
That's right. I mean, I feel like y'all are getting the milk for free right now.
For just the simple GoFundMe
just buy the cow.
For the cost of a cup of coffee a day. If enough of you gave that money to us to get Steve Gutenberg here, it would get Steve Gutenberg here.
And exactly 100%. Let's work on this. Anyway, kudos to me.
Yeah.
I did something right for once in buying this shit.
I'm not disappointed in you.
So,
no, we don't want to get Tommy Wiseau here. Do you know who he is?
No.
You don't want to.
Okay.
There's a movie that he made that is probably the worst movie that's ever been made.
Go on.
It has no continuity to it.
Was Nicolas Cage in it?
No. This would even be below Nicolas Cage level.
He wouldn't even sign on for that shit.
Acting. Let me pull up a
his IMDb.
No.
So I gotta say, any of the jerkies we've gotten from the stores, like Willis's as well as Norm's Meat Market, were great. Generally, most of the ones we've tried that are bagged like this have been good, but this is one of the top non-local store jerkies we've had. Do you feel that way?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play something for you here from what's called The Room. Brought to you by the makers of Legend of Zelda music.
That is, isn't it?
Dozen red roses, please.
Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you. Here you go.
I've seen this shit.
Me. How much is it?
It'll be $18.
Go.
This is terrible.
Hi, doggy.
You're my favorite customer.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, this guy, like, doesn't he look like he had some sort of birth defect or something, too?
It's very possible. I think he's a Mongoloid. Yeah.
We've talked about this before.
You didn't get it, did you?
The son of a bitch told me that I would get it within 3 months. I saved them bundles. They're crazy. I don't think I will ever get it. They betrayed me. They
You will
didn't keep
never
their
get
promise.
this.
They tricked me, and I don't care anymore. I did not hit her. It's not true. It's
don't
bullshit.
care
I did not
anymore.
hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
So that's the part that my kid always quotes. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah, there's 2 versions of this out here, too. There's, like, one where he's, like, where it's all the sex scenes are cut. But there's another version where he's got, like, a 18-minute sex scene.
Oh, God.
And, yeah, gross.
And it's not the sex scene you want to see.
No.
Ugh.
It's pretty much just him with himself. I mean, there is somebody else there, but it's
Or he's a
mostly
hot
centered
dog
on
with
him.
arms.
Pretty much, yeah. So, yeah, don't ever watch The Room. But we do have a couple of pair of signed underwear from him because my oldest decided, my youngest is obsessed with just how bad it is. So my oldest ordered him a signed headshot and underwear, which Tommy Wiseau also signed.
Did he wear them at one point?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they're
Why
just
would
signed.
he randomly sign underwear?
Well, they're his brand of underwear.
Oh, he has his own brand of underwear.
Yeah, it's like a cheap Tommy Hilfiger knockoff.
Oh, Tommy Wiseau?
Yeah. So, Wiseau cradles your balls-o.
Bazinga!
So, yeah, he's got that going for him.
Well, if that ain't some shit.
He would probably pay us $12 to be on the podcast.
Well, Tommy Wiseau, if you're out there, pay the man. He can be on the podcast.
I'm sure he's a listener. He's got nothing better to do.
It's marketing my underwear.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi, doggy.
You want to buy a pair of my underwear?
Hi, doggy.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, doggy.
What a story, Mark. You are lying. I never hit you. You are tearing me apart, Lisa.
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's magnificent.
It's horrible. It's like
cinematic gold.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of the P&A podcast.
Not the Express.
Not the Express.
Thank you. You almost made me sad there for a second. It's the equivalent of the P&A. Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah.
It's time to get out of here.
It probably is.
You can email us at pineapplenipplearsehole@gmail.com or P&A Podcast Express. That's, I don't know. I have nothing phonetically. Pablo November Alpha.
That was honestly very accurate.
There you go. Podcastexpress@gmail.com. Or if you're bored, call us. You know the number.
Yeah. You know, the number we publish.
Yeah, it's out there somewhere. It's your job to find it.
Is every number unlisted now since phone books are
obsolete?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a great question. Do we have somebody we can call for that? Maybe the internet?
So have you Googled a number that you know who it's for?
Yes.
And almost never will it give you an honest answer.
No. It's like, or it wants you to pay for it.
It could be somebody you know, or it could be a porn sex line, or it could be the federal government.
Guess what? You can use our reverse number lookup system for $9.99. That gets you 3 number lookups over the next 6 weeks.
Or go with the platinum plan, which is $19.95 for a year. A year of unlimited lookups.
Unlimited number lookups. You could try to find out what the Pope's number is if you wanted to crack the code.
Yes. He doesn't have a number.
I'm sure it's listed somewhere to call the...
The only number he has is after his name.
Oh, okay.
Like 7.
And that's Roman.
Yeah. Roman
numerals.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, I think this thing's run its course.
I gotta pee.
Well, great.
It's a good time to end it then.
It is.
He's Adam Filkins. I'm Phil Nickel. You've been listening to the P&A Podcast Express. Make good choices.